Hi friends, good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna explain journal how to write the journal entry in a journal format, and from journal entries to ledger posting, from ledger posting to trial balance. So this, since it is a lengthy space is required in the board, I'm not able to explain in the board, and hence I'm taking a notebook and explaining, so it will be comfortable to explain to how we prepare the journal entries from journal entry to ledger balance, from ledger balance to trial balance. So it will be easy in the explaining the notes rather than board, and hence I have chosen today a notebook. Hope this will be comfortable to watch the students. Okay, let's start. I have this many transactions, so it is the best examples to write the journal entries and then ledgers and post which trial balance. I'll explain this all three different concept in three different videos. Please do watch all the three videos. Okay, let's write the journal entries. From the following transaction, prepare a journal ledger and trial balance from Mr. X. First transactions, started business of rupees 10,000. When the business is starting, what are the journal entries? First, we need to go back with the accounting. What is accounting? Analyzing the business transactions, identifying, recording, reporting, summarizing, and reporting, right? So let us identify two aspects. One is cash, another one is capital. When business is starting, cash is coming, and also the same time capital also will coming to the business. Cash is what is the nature of cash? It is an asset coming into the business. Let's record the transaction. So the journal for forma is like this. The students who are non-commerce background, and I have received a request from the plus two students to ask me to prepare journal entry in a journal format and how to post into ledger and then trial balance, and hence I am taking time to giving this video. So the journal format is date column, particular columns, L bar left, that is the ledger folio, debit and credit amounts. Okay, under date, first one, let's record it March 1. March 1, as I mentioned, business started, cash is coming to the business, right? Let's record cash account, data to capital account. Narration is very important, being cash invested in the cash invested in business. How much? 10,000. Debit column 10,000, credit column 10,000. And next one, sold goods to Mr. Mottu on credit. That means who is the Mattu is the debtor, because company is selling goods to Mattu on credit basis, right? What is the journal entry? Mattu is what now? Debtor. Debtor is what balance? Debit balance, right? Now that is a debit. Debtor is always debit. So March to Mr. Mattu account, debtor to, whenever goods are selling, sales revenue, right? Sales always credit, it's a revenue account, being goods sold to Mattu, right? How much? 4,300. 4,300 debit column and credit column also 4,300. Next one, March 6, sold goods to Amar for cash. It is a cash transaction. Directly cash is coming to the business. So when sales are happening in the cash is coming. Cash is a nature of account. Nature of cash is asset. When asset is coming, debit, right? record it. Cash account data to sales account being goods sold on cash, right? What is amount? 5,000 debit column, 5,000 credit column. Next one, March 8, commission received. What are the two aspects here? Commission received, what is the commission in what aspect? It is in cash. Another one is a commission, right? When cash is coming, that is the asset. When assets are coming, debit. Cash account data to commission account being commission received. How much? 50 rupees. Debit column 50 and credit column 50. When commission is created, where it will gonna transfer? P&L account on credit side. I'll gonna explain when final account is explaining. Okay, don't worry at this point of time. Goods written by Mattu, March 14th. When goods are returned, what is the journal entry? That means when company is selling to the customers, and the customer, due to some defect or some damage or some date expired or some due to some other reason, customer will return to the company. When sales happened and returned to the company, what is the entry? Sales return account data to, from whom it has received? Mattu account being sales or returned. How much? 100 rupees, right? Next one, purchase goods from Mr. M on credit basis. When goods are purchased on credit basis, from whom the company has purchased, that person will become a creditor. The company has to settle that creditors within a shorter period of time, that is within a 12 months or based on the agreement between the supplier and company. That creditor is called current liability. What is the nature of creditors? Current liability. Let's talk about journal entry now. On March 16, goods purchased from Mr. M on credit basis. When goods are purchased, what is the journal entry? Purchases, right? Purchases account data to what is the, from whom it is purchased? Mr. M account being goods purchased on credit. So what is the total amount here? 2,000. Debit column 2,000, credit column 2,000. On March 19th, purchase group from Mr. MH for cash. So again, goods purchased from the Mr. MH on cash. Again, what is the two aspect? Purchase is one aspect and cash is one aspect. Because here also name is there. In the above entry, transaction, purchase goods from Mr. M and purchase goods from Mr. MH, but there is a difference between these two transactions. Is the above one is credit basis, the below one is the cash basis. So in this entry, instead of name, it will come the cash, because it's the cash purchases. So purchase account data to cash account, because cash is going out of the business and it is the nature of it is asset real account, right? Real account rule is credit what goes out of the business, being goods purchased. How much? 2,400 debit column, 2,400 credit column. Stationery is what kind of What is the nature of stationery? In an expenses, an expense, right? So stationery directly, stationery account data to stationery account data to cash account, because cash is going out of the business, it is correct. Being stationery purchased, right? Does the amount 75,000, 75,000 debit, 75,000 credit, right? Let's turn the page. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 more, 6 more. So debit column, credit column, L bar F, date, particulars, right? So let's record date, particulars, L bar F, debit, credit amount. Now let's record it. Now this is a goods returned to Mr. M. Now we purchased from the suppliers. Now due to some reasons we are returned back to the suppliers, that is Mr. M, right? When we are returned to Mr. M is receiving. So as per personal account rule, this is a person, right? Person falls under personal account. As per personal account golden rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Since Mr. M is receiving the benefit, the goods, and hence morally Mr. M is debit. So 21st March 21st Mr. M account data to Mr. M account data to purchase returns, purchase being goods return. How much value? 300 debit column, 300 debit column, 300 credit column. Next one, paid cash to Mr. M. So again person is there. As per personal account rule, person is receiving the benefit. So Mr. M account debit. What is the date? March 21st. March 21st. Mr. M account data to Mr. M account data to cash account, because cash is a asset, falls under real account. As per real account, cash is going after the business, and hence it is a credit. Being cash paid to Mr. M. How much? Cash paid to Mr. M. How much? 1,700 debit, 1,700 credit. Right? Next one, purchase goods for cash. Again, March 22nd. Purchases, because purchases for cash, right? Purchase, when purchasing goods, purchase account debit, account data to cash account, because it's a cash transaction. Being goods purchased. How much? 600 debit, 600 credit. Next one, salaries paid. What is the nature of salary? Expenses. March 31st. Expenses, nominal account rule, debit all expenses losses, and hence salaries expenses debit. Salary account data to cash account, being salary paid. How much? 300. 300 debit, 300 credit. Next one, wages, 31st March. Wages again is nature of what? Expenses. Debit all expenses classes. Nominal account rule. Record it. Wages account. Data to cash account being wages paid. How much? 200. 200. Last one, electricity expenses. Why electricity expenses? To make the production, electricity is required, right? So electricity is a part of nominal account, P&L account, right? Nominal account rule. Debit all expenses losses. Expense is nature of electricity is what is the nature of expenses. Expenses always debit. Record it. Electricity account data to cash account being electricity paid. How much? 100 debit, 100 credit. Now that we completed all the transactions regarding the journal entry with the narrations, and if you calculate all the debit and credit value, you should match. Why you should match? Each debit will have credit, should have credit, and hence it should match. So record it. 10,000 first transaction, 3,000, 4,300, 5,000, 50, 100, 2,000, 2,400, 75 rupees, and then 300, 700, 600, 300, 200, and 100 equal to my total is equal to 27,125 rupees. I will also cross check quickly for the credit amounts, that is 10,000, 4,300, 5,000, 50, 100, 2,000, 2,400, 75, and then turn the page for remaining, that is 300, 1,700, 600, 300, 200, and 100. So it is matching, right? It is matching 27,125. Why I have just calculated and showing you people, because if something goes wrong, and when you are recording these balances into the ledgers, then the ledger will become incorrect, and then ultimately your trial balance will not tally. If the trial balance is not tally, then you can't proceed with the preparing the financial account, that is a profit and loss account. With this example, all the transaction given here we have recorded as per the rules, identifying, analyzing, recording, right? That is accounting, right? As per the all journal entry. Please students, remember, as I mentioned, just identify the two aspects, that is one is debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. If you identify those transaction falls under which account, for example, electricity expenses, right? What are the two aspects? Cash is there, electricity is there. Two aspect. Electricity, what is the nature you need to identify? Electricity is an expense for the business, and expenses falls under which account? Nominal account. What it is stating? Debit all expenses and losses. You know it now. It should be debit. And cash, when paying, in what way it will pay company? Cash only, right? Even though it is not showing as cash, but company when paying, it is a cash, right? So what is the nature of cash? It is a asset. It is an asset. And asset falls under which account? Real account. Real account, what is it talking about? Debit, debit what comes in, credit what goes out of the business. So, and since it is going out of the business, and hence it is a credit. Likewise, all the journal entries, whatever journal entries it is no, you wanted to record in the books of account, even if you are working in a real-time basis, identify two aspect, and what is the, and Then recognize what are the two aspect falls under which account. Apply that golden accounting rule so that your journal entry become correct and you don't need a rectification of error, adjustment entry, whatever reclassification entries, right? Let's stop the recording here. In the next recording, all the journals what we have recorded in we will post into ledgers. Then other recording ledger to trial balance. Thank you for watching. Keep watching next video.